not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe. Yeah, we're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
What's going on, man? How's everyone doing out there? How's everyone doing? How'd y'all like that intro? I woke up in the middle of the night one night and created that. I think if you follow me on Instagram, I posted it on there first, explaining why I chose Black Pill Red. We're going to be changing a lot of black pillars to red. There are a lot of people out there that think that because of your circumstances, being rich, poor, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, they think that that controls how you live. And the illusion that they have right now, yeah, it does. If you believe that. To be totally honest, it doesn't. Black Pill Red here. What's going on, people? I just want to touch on a few things tonight. How's everyone doing? Before I get into everything, do me a favor. Go ahead and pound that like button for me, or subscribe button if you don't mind. I follow myself on YouTube, so of course I hit it. You know, I don't know about this Black Pill Red person. And nothing about him red. Did I set that right? Yeah, I did. Probably somewhere in the middle of this show, I'll probably play that intro one more time for some of the people who hadn't seen it. And I'm getting better at it. I used to do this, believe it or not, even though, yeah, my life is well traveled. And around, I want to say 2009, I picked up a hobby of screenplay writing, movie writing, screenplay. Me and my writing partner, I forgot I was going to send her an alert, let her know I was going live. Me and my writing partner and I, look at me getting terrible with that. Hold on a second, let me copy this link. We write screenplays, and we actually placed in Hollywood screenwriting competition. And we also placed third place in Hollywood, fifth place in the San Francisco, and we received honorable mention in several other contests. We have at least, between us, we have at least 4 screenplays under our belt, 5 screenplays. And I plan on shooting these once my currency hit. Why am I not even? Okay. You sure can. Miss Lady Hawk, because you've always been there, so I'm definitely going to take care of you. But you got to take care of me. Don't just kick anybody out. Let everyone speak their piece. I mean, freedom of speech is one of the biggest things that's available out there that we have left. And I'm not going to limit people to what they have to say. But a pastor told me once, if I'm stepping on your toes, that means move your feet. So that means move your feet. Move your feet. That means either get to walking or get to working. One of the two. So yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. Canadian's Uncle Joey laugh. But yeah, just be cautious on who you, and I mean, if they're getting, just straight up stupid, profanity laced and all that other stuff, and just acting a fool, no, because my mom might be watching this as well. So, and I don't want her to see that. So, well, it's other adults in here too, and I think there's probably a preacher or two and a pastor or however you want to, however you want to announce it. You send people out my show information. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go ahead and rock for a little while I'm doing this. Let the numbers build up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna touch on the bond stuff too. Just gonna touch a little bit. Like I asked everyone, just to be patient because we're guinea pigs, right? And I want to touch on the executive order. And it's a couple of questions. Now, one thing I was going to do, I was going to probably try to start some type of business where I could do it for people, but I don't even want to get paid for this, right? Because this is such a blessing. And hopefully I won't start crying when I say this. I don't even have my glasses on, man, so I'm struggling to see stuff. Anyway, it's a blessing. And if you could be a blessing to someone, don't charge them. Don't charge them. All right? Because this is something that's never, ever, 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 ever going to happen again. All right. So, once I show you this stuff, just be a saint and just pass on the good information. Just pass it on. And one more person I want to send it to. He's not getting any reminders. So, see what my numbers look like before we get started. Yeah, it's only 50 people kicking in. So, all right. I hope y'all are sharing the links with people. Hopefully I can answer the questions tonight because there's one question that's common on the 1048 and basically the first box in there. So we're gonna touch that real quick on this, and that'll probably be closer to the end of the show because I want to make sure that everyone gets on and able to if everyone is able to log in. Well, while everyone is waiting, I guess I'll go ahead and get it started. How many people in the house? I think I have about 55 in here. Yeah, Kanita, pay it forward. We have to pay it forward. I'm trying. I prayed on this. I really did. And it was just the only thing that was weighing on me was, Joe, don't charge. Just go ahead and do it. If you need help, I'll help you. I've already called several people already and tried to walk them through it a little bit. So, but right now, I don't want to walk you through it and then tell you wrong and have to come back next week and change it. So I'll tell you what happened on my account. Whatever happened on my account, I tell you what happened and we'll walk you through there. What I did. All right. Erica, thank you for the cash app. I really appreciate that. It's not necessary. Trust me, it's not, because the only thing I'm gonna do is put it back into the business and then donate it, because I have some things I wanted to do for some people around here. So I have some I need to get started. Just because I don't have the money now don't mean I can't donate my time or something like that. So I'm retired, so I have a lot of time on my hands. So it's a beautiful thing to be retired, getting a paycheck while I'm at home. Peace, everybody. Peace. Miss Dominguez. And this one right here, I like this principle because I've used this before. Each one teach one. And just when you learn, once we finally nail down a template, we're going to come on, me and John are going to come back on here and we're going to break it down for you, what you need to do, what you need to say, because you want to word it properly because of the simple fact that you don't want to make mistakes. Now, I know we came on and said that a medallion was probably necessary. We found out that a medallion wasn't necessary. Some people have called and said that the notarization is not even necessary, but some of them say, yes, the notary is necessary. So to be on the safe side, go ahead and get it notarized. But we're going to get to that in a few minutes. The title of today's show is let's see something. Where did I put it at? The title of today's show take that off. All right, let's get into it, people. Title of today's show.
Yeah, we're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
Let me run that one more time. I would play, Eddie Murphy's response to it, but I don't want to get hit with any type of copyright, anything like that.
We're not going to fall for a banana.
They don't know who this guy is. So anyway, falling for the banana in the tailpipe. And everyone knows what I mean, what it's meant when you say that. Falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Well, it's several things that when it comes to falling for the banana tailpipe. But right now, the okie doke, banana the tailpipe, and all that other stuff, everything it applies right now because of all the bullshiggity, I'm gonna say it like that, that's going on. Now, here's something right here that I thought was strange. And I know you guys saw it too, because I posted it on my Instagram page. Right? This right here. Who is this? And I'm gonna wait and let somebody answer before I give you any the response to it. Is this Raina Michelle or Renee Michelle? Renee Michelle. Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later, Miss Martin. Yeah, you don't want to get retired. You say you're just tired. Anybody know who this dude is right here on this picture? Please tell me. Yeah, it's supposed to be. Hold on, let me. Yeah, it's supposed to be Ron Isley. That's not even a clone. At least a clone looks somewhere. You can find a little bit of fault in clones, but this is not him. All right, this is not him. But they posted that on the Verses on YouTube, which I'm not going to play. But this does not look like him. Now, I like that blazer. Now, I think I have a blazer similar to that. I like that blazer. But other than that, look at his hair. Look at it. That's helmet hair. He got helmet hair. Wow. That right there is not Ron Isley. So my question is, where is Ron Isley that they had to put someone in his place? I'm just asking for a friend. Kanita, I'm asking for Kanita. She was all sad because she thought she was getting ready to see Ron Isley and boo-hooing. I don't know who that was and why they did that, but it's crazy because we as black folk, I really don't like losing black because the shirt is black, but I ain't black. But anyway, we take pride in our artists. We take pride in our in our talent and everything like that. So oh man, y'all crazy. Anyway, go. We take pride in what we do, and like I said, when we have Ron Isley is a legend, right? He's a legend, and for them to do, I would rather them not have him there and say he couldn't make it because he had a cold or he had an ankle boot on. He didn't want to walk on the stage. All right, I would rather him say that. Ron Isley. Oh man, y'all tripping me out. Oh man. I think he did have a stroke a few years back, and he's probably not able to perform. But I mean, roll him out there in a wheelchair or something. He don't have to sing. When you go to a concert and you have a black artist, we sing the songs. He just stand up there and mouth the words, but the audience are the ones who sing the songs. If you don't believe me, go to a Frankie Beverly and Mays concert. I think we know the songs. We know his songs better than he do. And he can't even sing anymore because the throat cancer he had. He just show up in the building and perform. Oh well. That's what happens when you sign that that paperwork. All right, let me go to the next one, the next slide here. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have. Let me start this way. Let me start this way and. Okay, now it doesn't want to work. Don't tell me it started on me already. Yeah, here it is. Now, I'm not sure if anyone remember, but back in January of 2017, it was rumored, at the time it was rumored that there were some nasty notes left in the White House after Barry Soetoro had a party. Let me get rid of this message here. Y'all bear with me, okay? If I don't get in and start putting the texts up and everything like that. So yeah, exactly. That's Ron Isley right there. But anyway, there was some nasty notes that was actually left in the White House, and they thought it was rumored. They say, "Oh, here he is, Donald Trump. He's lying about all of this." And well, this is what happened recently. The staffer says that nasty notes were left there, and this man right here backs it up. All right, but before he does that. When President Donald Trump moved into the White House in January 2017, his staffer said that they found a nasty note stuffed into the drawers and the cabinets, and claimed that President Barack Obama's aide left. He fiercely denied. I'm sorry. He claimed that President Barack Obama's aide fiercely denied. But comedian Dave Chappelle now says that the notes did exist. But don't believe me. Let's hear it in his own words.
And I'm not going to say these celebrities' names.
But it was a great evening.
No, there was a thing. Remember when the Trump administration moved in? They said the
There it is. Yeah, I fixed it. I hit it. All right. Yeah, my mic button disappeared and I couldn't see it, so it just didn't register that I had to move my mic up. Did you hear Dave Chappelle? Yeah, yeah. It was hitting it. My screen kind of moved down a little bit, and I couldn't see my mute button. So I'm thinking I'm live, and all of a sudden I couldn't see my mute button, and I'm like, oh, let me check my mute button. There it is. Anyway, did y'all hear Dave Chappelle? Hopefully, y'all heard that. Let's try it one more time before I move from it.
And I saw him doing it. So when I saw them do, I'm not gonna say these celebrities' names.
But it was a great evening.
Hold on.
There was a thing. Remember when the Trump administration moved in? They said the Obama staff, and I'm not gonna say these celebrities' names.
But it was a great evening.
No, there was a thing. Remember when the Trump administration moved in? They said the Obama staff left dirty notes for us and all the drawers and all the cabinets. Now I saw this happening. I'm not gonna say who did it, but it was celebrities writing all this crazy shit and putting them all over there. And I saw them doing it. So when I saw them on the news, I laughed real hard.
Okay, I got it now. My mic was off. My mic didn't sound nice. Anyway, it go. Everything that the last administration said is slowly starting to come true. Again, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Don't fall for this media stuff because they are the ones that's controlling the narrative. All right, so hopefully y'all heard that. I'm gonna keep it out, and I'll play it again later on just in case. But other than that, it's been several tweets, several people saying that it's appalling. They said that this stuff happened and that the facts are finally starting to come out, and people are not happy with that, especially the people that are that were close that up. Now my show folder is gone. Looking for my show folder I just had, and I accidentally closed it when I was trying to find out why my sound was off. And I can't find my show folder now. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Now, again, do not continue to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I said that just to get to this. Now, I want everyone to watch this closely. Now, this is the shooting that happened in, I believe this is Columbus, Ohio. And I'm gonna turn the music down and everything, and I want y'all to watch this and watch what happens, and then I'm gonna show you a couple of things that happen that I want you to pay attention to. Now, this is a police officer's body cam. Now, I actually retired right before the rule was implemented with us to have to wear a body cam. I mean, it was there, but I didn't have to wear it because it wasn't mandated for us to wear it yet. So fortunately, I was able to avoid having to wear that camera. But check this out. The cameras work. They help. Now, when you demand for these officers to show these body cams without an investigation, it taints the jury. Every time they do that, it taints the jury. Now, there are going to be several things about that Floyd shooting, that Floyd thing that happened that may end up granting them their appeal. on grounds of a mistrial. But he didn't declare a mistrial, but they think that the jury was tainted because of the threat of violence, especially against them by a certain politician, a certain person that controls a certain area in California. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She actually gets up and says some stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find that video while y'all watch this. All right, it's 1:37 7 seconds long. Watch it closely, okay? So just watch it. Now, I hope everyone saw that, right? The only mistake there that I saw him make is when he grabbed the knife and threw it out of the way. That's evidence. So that you really have to leave that knife there, or if you can, take a picture of it and then secure the knife into the car, because there's a lot of people out there, and someone could have walked by and picked that up. All right. So in that situation, yeah, oh, you see, yeah, you really can't hear it because it was so loud. That type of mic that's on those cameras, it was so loud you really couldn't hear it. You can hear like the after effect of it. But I'll play the very beginning of it one more time, and then I have an image I want you guys to see. All right. The way everything has been going on lately, I don't want to say it was staged, but in a situation, if you don't see any, I mean, it's like he automatically knew there was a weapon, but a lot of you missed it. A lot of you didn't see her with the knife getting ready to jab the young lady in the pink. Now, before I show you this image, I want to show you a couple of titles of articles. "16-year-old girl shot, killed by Columbus police, called the police for help." I'm going to read it again. 16-year-old girl shot, killed by Columbus police, called 911 for help. Now, this is what I preach. This is one of the things I'm always talking about. I'm always on Instagram when I say this. Okay. Watch their writing. Now, that entire article didn't say anything about this girl was about to kill the young lady in the pink. All right. They didn't say officer saved life of another young lady. They didn't say anything about that. All they said was a 16-year-old girl, which from what I'm reading, she's the one who called the police. I think everything started. But, you know, she called the police, but yet and still, this is what she does. Let me zoom in that for y'all. This is at this point right here, when this arrow right here, this is when the officer shot. Now, and let me ask you guys a question. Now, you saw how quick that incident happened as soon as he stepped out of the car. Now, and let me ask you a question. What you guys put yourself in the position of that police officer. Now, what was he supposed to do in this situation? And give me a true response, because don't expect someone to wing, because we are not trained to shoot at a leg or shoot him in the hand. That's Hollywood stuff. That's Hollywood. I guarantee you, you'll miss more times than you would hit your target trying to shoot at a hand or trying to wing them in the leg or anything like that. Why would I shoot her in the leg and the knife is in her hand? She's still going to stab this young lady. Yeah. And then and one thing I wanted to, and see, I'm hold up. I'm gonna go back and look in some of the comments here. I want to see if everyone noticed what was going on in that scene. That someone totally missed something in there. Now, all of these people right here, they're not going to go to jail. None of these people are going to go to jail. All they're going to do is sit back and try to collect a paycheck. But this is not a paycheck. You're not going to get a paycheck for attempted murder. And that's what this is. And this young lady right here is the one who called the police. That's what they titled it. They titled it saying that, oh, a 16-year-old called the police. But before we get off of her, and I want to go back to the video again, because I want to see if you guys saw what I saw. And I'm wondering if anything is going to happen. Okay. Now watch what happens. Right. Right. This young lady, she's going to try to get up, but watch what happens to her when she attempts to get up. Did anyone see that? Anyone see that? Yeah. But everyone was focused in on the other situation, and you missed that. Then I'm pretty sure the officer didn't see it either, because I'm telling you right now, tunnel vision is real. Tunnel vision is real. Let me tell you an incident I had. It was a burglary in progress. Went to the house. Well, as soon as we walked into the door opened. I got my gun trained, and so I'm going in. I'm doing my regular searches, right? Going through all procedure stuff, right? Suspect is seen like at the back of the apartment, darts into the bedroom, and I'm pursuing. I'm going right there behind him, flashlight going and everything like that. We wrestle a little bit because I see he didn't have a weapon, so I put my weapon up and grabbed my taser. Well, no, at the time I didn't have a taser then. I didn't have a taser then because the taser wasn't in at the time. Anyway, it go. Once I got him in handcuff him, I brought him back out. You would think that was a safe scene. Everyone was safe. No one was killed. There was someone behind the door when I came in, and I didn't see that guy. And it just so happens that my partner came in, and he saw the guy hiding behind the door. I had tunnel vision because the moment I saw the suspect, I got something to tell you about him too. Well, the moment I saw the suspect, I darted in after the suspect, but didn't bother following correct procedures. But one thing about a police officer is when you make a mistake like that, you never make that mistake again. But long story short, that same guy was arrested by me a week later for selling drugs to an undercover cop. So it's not fun when you come across someone 2 and 3 times. JD, I see you in here, man. Yeah, it's not fun when you arrest people. Yeah, it could have ended bad. It could have ended really bad. Actually, it's more situations like that. I have at least 3 situations where I pull guns off people. One situation, the guy had 2 guns. And like I said, it's just, that's what happens when you have a praying mama. I think my mama prayed more than Jesus did, to be honest with you. Every day when I was in the Army, when I served overseas, as well as, my mom and my dad, both of them, they're praying machines. And yeah, that could have went bad. The next episode, I'll tell you the other stories. I'm just going to tell you one today, but it's several of them. There's some gruesome ones and some good ones. I never gave birth to anybody. I never helped anyone give birth. Let me rephrase that. Anything like that. And I did save someone in an indirect way. I did. A lady was kidnapped, and she jumped through a window pane to get away from a guy. And it just so happened I was driving by, and I'm like, what the hell? A naked woman running down the street. So I grabbed her and put her I had some stuff in the back that I wrapped around her, and that was my coat at the time. I wrapped it around her, raincoat. And I sat in the car, called the ambulance, and I went in, and we got old boy, arrested him and all that other stuff. And, the rest, the longest part of that whole thing is, you have crime scenes, and that crime scene can take forever. But other than that, hey, no, appreciate it. I've sacrificed my life several times, being in the military and all that other stuff. So hold on just a second. Yeah. Okay. But in that image, you saw her reach back with the knife and was getting ready to jab her. If it wasn't for that police officer, the young lady in the pink would be either injured or dead. And the lady in the black probably would have still got shot eventually, or she would, nothing probably would have happened to her if they would have sent a counselor out there, like they said they wanted to do, send counselors out there and help people out. And people don't understand. They're talking about defunding. Let me ask you a question. Why do y'all think they want to defund the police? It's not because of this, because this is being orchestrated. I'm gonna put it that way. A lot of this is being orchestrated. But this is the reason why I said don't pay attention to what the media says. Let me give you an example. A lot of you may not know this. The only thing y'all know is about that, right? Here's something right here a lot of you didn't know. That's the wrong article. Looking for the headline. Okay, here it is. Here's one. Okay. What a lot of you didn't know that this occurred, I think it may have happened on the same day of that shooting. But check this out. Let me get rid of this. A 16-year-old armed with a knife and an airsoft gun was shot and killed Tuesday afternoon in Maryland by state troopers, a state police officer said. The shooting is the latest incident in police killings. You see how they worded that: police killings or wounding teenagers who were found with or near lethal guns, non-lethal guns. All right, let me rephrase that. Let me reread that because it's very important. Okay, let me go over here. All right, it says right here: the shooting is the latest incident of police killings or wounding teenagers who were found with or near non-lethal guns, including recent cases in Arizona, California, and Oklahoma. Now, let me tell you something. You saw how quickly that incident started with the video you just saw. Now, how much time does an officer have to determine if a gun is real or fake? All right. Someone please answer that question for me while I'll wait. I have no problem waiting. No, I mean, it's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. We don't have much time to determine what gun is real and what's not real. Right now, it's getting to the point where the public wants us to take a bullet first before we return fire. Well, I'll say that I'm no longer the officer, but at the same time, if my back was in a better shape, I would go back to work. I will go back to work. I really would. Because I know I was a good officer. I was a damn good officer. I was a very lenient officer because I liked working my area and people knew who I was. And one incident, I pulled a guy over. It was Father's Day 2015. He had his car cherried out, paint job was real nice. And he had red headlights. You can't have red lights on your vehicle. It's against the law, especially in Texas. You can't have red or blue lights because of emergencies. Emergency vehicle, people would mistake you as being a police officer. So you can't have red or blue. And I keep telling people that you're giving officers probable cause to pull you over. Anyway, I go Father's Day 2015, pull this guy over. Now he had a 1-year-old in the front seat strapped in a seatbelt. There's a little boy. And I'm like, look, it's Father's Day. Go straight home. Turn around. I got your address. Go straight home. Be careful because your child is not in a car seat. I could write you, but I'm not going to do that. It's Father's Day. I'm going to let you ride today. Father's Day 2016. I'm on my way to go drop off my dad's gift in my police car on duty. I just run by because I wasn't too far from my parents' house. I pull over the exact same car with the exact same red lights. And guess what was in the car front seat in the passenger seat? The 1-year-old, his little brother. This baby was like 6 or 7, 9 months, about 9 months old. Had him laying in the seat with a seatbelt on. Yeah, it was stupid. And it's like, wow, really? He had a 9-month-old baby just laying there. Baby just smiling, laughing, kicking and stuff, strapped in a seatbelt. And I know everyone wants to ask, what did I do? So what did you do with it, Joe? What did you do with him? Called the baby's mother, which was his mother came, so it'd be the baby's grandmother. Take the baby, and I took him to jail. I wrote him a buku amount of tickets and still took him to jail. Because no, you need to be punished this time because I gave you the opportunity. I gave you a whole year and you didn't even straighten it out. And it was ironic that the following year, Father's Day, and I'm not lying to you. I have a friend of mine, my old partner. I can call him up right now. He'll tell you it was Father's Day 2 years in a row. I pulled the same car over. And it wasn't like I was looking for it. It was just that the same red vehicle, you see the same red lights. And I'm like, okay, I told him last year. Pulled him over and sure enough. Anyway, back to the story. Now, this little kid was 16 also, but the only difference between this kid and the other story that you saw, let me go back to this real quick. But between this kid and the young lady that we saw get shot, what's the color? They're not going to focus on this one, which, like I said, and this kid, little, he I don't want to say he looks like he could be just a little, how we used to say it back in the day, a little special. He's touched. Isn't that how we used to say it back in the day? This child is just touched. Anyway, it's a shame that this child had to, he got shot, but at the same time, he was armed with a knife and an airsoft. And I don't know if anyone knows what an airsoft gun is. It's basically a high-powered BB gun. It's an air-pressured. It just put those cartridges in there, and it shoots BBs out of it. And he had one. He had one. And he lunged at the officer with a knife. So I'm thinking that he wanted suicide by cop, but he gets no news coverage. Why? Because he's the wrong color. Because they want to continue the banana in the tailpipe. But I'm not done, folks. With all this stuff that's going on, let's talk about this. I'm gonna start here. And then I'm going to backtrack. Oh, yeah. You know what? I did find that video. There it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. Now, this is what Max said that got everyone in hot water. All right. And well, at least in the trial, that's the reason why they may lose the trial because of this. But
not just manslaughter, right? I mean,
oh no, not manslaughter. No. This is guilty for murder. I don't know whether it's in the first degree, but as far as I'm concerned, it's first degree.
Congresswoman, what happens if we do not get what you just told? What should the people do? What should protesters on the street do?
I didn't hear you.
What happens?
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
now, Donald Trump said something that was way less than that, and it wasn't even inciting any type of riot. Now, I'm not going to play that on here, but at the same time, I've already said his name a couple of times. But this is what she watched. I mean, this is what she said right before the trial, and she got scolded by the judge. You can look it up. The judge scolded her and said, "Look, he told the defense, look, it's obvious. I can understand because of what she said. You 9 times out of 10, you're going to be filing this," because they had already questioned it, and he said, "Yeah, I get it. You will be filing. And more than likely, it'll get granted. It'll get granted. The appeal will get granted on basis of this because he felt like the jury was tainted because of the threats, the sheer threats, and the pressure of judging this guy guilty." Now, you ask me, this guy, is he guilty of the Floyd thing and all this other stuff? Yes, I think he's complicit in it, in his death, because he could have lit up. It's a lot of stuff you have to do. And some of the things you have to recognize when people are on drugs and doing this, you have to recognize this. That's the reason why we take so much training, because of situations like this. But he almost looked like he was enjoying himself when he was on his neck like that. So, not saying anything wrong with about him, but it was just the fact that he did it. Okay, but this right here, I didn't take this too well either. All right, I know y'all saw this.
God bless you for your grace
and your dignity, for the model that you are, for appealing for justice in the most dignified way. They are
a model for justice in a dignified way. But I'm going to let her keep going.
in search of justice then, and now they see this giant step. But as our colleagues have said, it's not over. They complimented the Congressional Black Caucus for its role that it has played in all of this. They're eager to see Karen Bass's George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed and signed by the president into law. All of them. Well, Philonise has become a star. Rodney and Terrence, the brothers. Bridget is their sister. We all know Ketta, who's the force of nature within the family. But Gianna, his daughter. Gianna.
Okay, I can't hear too much more of her. Anyway, she says, thank you. Basically, thank you for dying. Thank you for that. Thank you for sacrificing your life. The dude didn't sacrifice his life. The dude had 10 times the amount of drugs in his system, and he had a knee in his neck. Mr. Officer, can you put your knee right here to cut off this vein right here? Put it right here that way. And I just ingested all of this drug, so I'll be gone in about a good 9 minutes and some change. Don't make sense, do it. Anyway, I found that I found it disrespectful. I did. That's the best way I can put it. Moonshine Betty. Yep. Her and Gavin Newsom. That's all. This is all. Look, and the thing about it is the people who the 3 videos I just shown y'all. I mean, two, this one and the one before that, and then Gavin Newsom. They're all in California. That's a blue state. Well, I believe it's kind of a blue-red state. It's only blue in certain areas, but I believe it. But anyway. Yeah, she called him George Kirby. Yeah, that was between two scotches. So anyway, it go. That chick there is she's something special. But here's the dilemma that we have. And this is why I didn't care if the guy went to jail or not. And don't think of me as being evil, dirty, mean, hateful, or anything like that. Just hear me out. I didn't care if he went to jail because of this. This is the guy who was kneeling on his back. This is the guy they posted the first image. This is the first image of when he turned himself in. Now, I have a better picture of him. Hold on. Y'all about to go behind the curtains. I'm sorry. Now, this is the picture. It looks nothing like this guy right here. Hold on. Now, that's the guy. I'm gonna try to squeeze all these on this page right here. And then let me get the other one. All right. Let me pop that back. All right. You guys tell me. All right. Does that look like Chauvin? Now, this is the guy right here that was at trial. Now, that could be him right here. It's a good chance this could be the same person here. But this person right here, I mean, yeah, this right here, yeah, that could be the same person that they put in to make it look like him. For one, let me point something out to you guys. Yeah, come on, picture it. There it is. Come on. Let me point something out. Look at his hairline. You see this line right here? This widow's peak. Even if you did have a good haircut, by it later on that day, you would still see that widow's peak right there, right? Look up here. You don't have a widow's peak. It's not even a point there. It's a point here. Like I said, we still think it's this guy. That was the taxi guy. Excuse the French, but this is the what do they call that game? The taxi show where he walk around, he drive around and quiz show and quiz people on the taxi thing. And that's what we think it is. But it doesn't look like this guy right here. The nose doesn't even look at the nose right here. You see that bulge right there in the nose? You don't have the bulge right here. It's straight line. See this straight line down right here? Look right there. You see? It's like a knuckle right here. Like his name should be Polly or something. Right, and the New York New York taxi driver. Anyway, it go. That again, we're falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We're still falling for the banana in the tailpipe. So be prepared for an appeal. Be prepared for riots. Be prepared, because right now you disrupted something that was supposed to be going on, and they're not happy with it because they're supposed to be tearing up the city. All right. I think I am done with everything. Let me go to the one thing everybody's been waiting on. Let's touch on these bonds real quick. Let me see which one I got right here. Well, I know everyone pretty much got everything populated once you go through the system and have everything populated. But first, I want to start with, where is it at? There it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm going to turn the music down for this one because I want people to hear this loud and clear. Okay. All right. This is the executive order 13968. Executive order. Let me zoom in on it a little bit. All right. Now, yeah, everything else is important, but this paragraph right here is the one that caught all of our attention. And I'm going to read it again. I did it last week, and I need to read it again because we're still getting a lot of questions where people are doubting us. I mean, hell, we doubt ourselves in a lot of ways because we want to make sure before we tell anyone else to do it. All right. We want to make sure that this is what we were we were told to do. Okay. It says, let me drink a little bit of water real quick and up. It says, above and beyond any legal requirements applicable to savings bonds, the department should take all appropriate actions to make sure that those Americans who invested in the future success of their country have the opportunity to receive the remuneration to which they are lawfully entitled. All right. Under my administration, The department has already undertaken significant measures to reunite mature savings bonds with their rightful owners. I say that again. Under my administration, the department has already undertaken a significant measure to reunite mature savings bonds with their rightful owners. For example, the department in 2019 released an online tool as Treasury Hunt. It's treasure hunt, basically. I think that was a slap in the face to the state. Anyway, Treasury Hunt to help individuals determine if they are the owners of mature, unredeemable savings bonds. This order is the next step in ensuring that owners of mature savings bonds have a full opportunity to redeem their bonds. Now we can read this again, but you get the gist of it, right? Let me go back to the. We all get everybody understand, right? Basically, this was in the executive order. So therefore, John got contacted by a friend of his, which in turn they contacted me, and he was saying, "Hey, this is what we have here. This is what they did. They looked up that word Treasury Hunt." And if you don't believe me, I'll jump on there and do it again. Hold on just a sec. Let me put this over here. I want you guys to pay close attention to what I do. Okay? Watch what I do. All right. And watch, I'm going to put Hunt in there. And you see it defaulted, but .com, but it was actually .gov. When I looked up the word by itself, and see it right here. Does everyone see that? I'll zoom in on that one right there. Oh, I didn't want to click on it. All right. Right here. This is what it caught my attention, right? Treasury Hunt. I just put that word in the search engine, just the word by itself. And I saw this treasuryhunt.gov. I clicked on it. Bam. What site is this? Someone tell me, please. Please tell me. Treasury Direct. Now, it's not the fact that we're trying just like anyone else is. All right. But are we right? No, I'm not saying we're right. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. But we're trying something that we think the former administration was trying to tell us. Now, this week, Monday, I went to my appointment with Tuesday. Went to my appointment with the bank, Wells Fargo. If any of them are logged on here, how you ladies doing? And when I got there, very sweet. They had masks on. I didn't wear a mask, and they didn't pressure me to put a mask on either. Anyway, they took my paperwork, and I told them I just need to get it notarized. And she asked what it was, and I told her what it was. And she said, okay, let me check with someone because we don't, I'm not familiar with the paperwork. She said, well, we notarize everything. She said, but I'm just not familiar with this. I'm like, okay, go right ahead. I said, because she thought I was going to get asked for a medallion stamp. But I said, no, I just need the notary. I don't need the medallion stamp this time. She said, okay, because she said, yeah, we don't require a medallion stamp for this. She stamped it with no problem. Later that day, I went straight to the post office. I think John did next day air, and I did 2-day air. And I did mine because I knew it wasn't going to get out in time for the next day air. It would have gotten there 2 days later anyway. So I just went on ahead and got the 2-day. got it certified and signature and everything like that. All I have to do is just hit a tracking number and I can track it. And that's when we're going to start the clock. We're going to start the clock there. Yeah, forgive me if I'm not clicking on you and everything like that. Yeah, the paper bonds canceled in 2012, right? Because a lot of people are doing away with, because everything is switching over to digital. And if you know, cryptocurrency pretty much came around in 2010, and it's been around ever since then. Now, I heard something, I think it was on Santa Surfing show, that I didn't check her out tonight, but I know her last show, she said she heard that XLR or XRP is going to be working with the QFS system. If that happens, that's a real good thing. That's a real good thing. Remember, I told you, I'm not a fan of cryptocurrency just yet, but it's winning. They're winning. They're making a lot of money. But the only difference is a lot of the currency in there are deep state currency, especially the 67% of it is owned by China as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Now, if they get mad and get a wild hair, they pull that 67% out, it's going to crash that system. All right. So it's one of them things where you take your chances. If you can get in there and make money, get in there and make money. I'm not telling you not to get cryptocurrency. Trust me, I'm not. I listen to Dave all the time, and he says, yeah, cryptocurrency is good. That's what's happening. That's the new wave, basically. Digital currency will be the new wave, because this is the evolution of life right now. Everything is switching to digital anyway. But the currency itself is the one that, which one do you invest in? Now, if anybody remember Akon, no, we're going to get to that. I want to show you just a glimpse of a form real quick in a few seconds. Okay. I don't know if everyone knows Akon. All right. Singer. Anyway, he is building a city in, was it Africa? Somewhere in Africa. He's building a city where he's going to operate solely on Akon. It's basically a coin. That's basically what it's called, a coin. And basically it's a Bitcoin, but it's a coin. It's going to be named after him. And everything in the city is going to operate on that. But if I'm correct, I actually seen Akon on that arrest sheet. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have to look. Yeah, Ghana. It was in Ghana. I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was in Ghana. I just couldn't remember. Brain cramp. Anyway, he's building an entire city that's going to operate solely on this coin. Now, that's a good thing, or it's a bad. It could be a good or bad, but in a way, we already have that here because we pretty much operate on debit cards, right? And if you understand what they were trying to do, they tried to get you used to using digital currency because it was supposed to slowly transition. But what messed up was someone put a rock in the middle of that pond and made the water go around it. That rock was the last administration. It changed their plans. Now they have to rush their plans up real quick. And that's the reason why you see all of this stuff that's going on and how all of this, and when they approve these new laws and sending all this money overseas and all this stuff, none of the money stays here. All these, the illegals are crossing the border here in Texas. This administration is paying for them to do that. But yet and still we have people here that don't have homes at all. They don't want to pay for that. But, I'm crazy. And people just, you're not seeing it. That's, the infamous banana in the tailpipe. We're continuously falling for it. All right. Now, the the form 4810. All right. I'm going to show y'all this one. Good Lord, this thing is huge. Hold on. Okay. Why is it so big? Oh, duh. Now, this is the way I did my form. All right. Now, remember, we have several people to do their forms. All right. And I think everyone did it differently. I didn't tell them I was doing mine differently than them because I wanted them to have an original form the way they planned. And And John, appreciate you answering those questions, man, because I'm running my mouth over here. So please forgive me, people, for not answering questions. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I will stay up all night answering questions. So I feel like if a person has a question, I have to be here to answer it. I have to answer it. I mean, this is just respect for me to answer that. So somebody just sent me a text asking me what my cash was. How can you do it in the chat? Good Lord. Anyway, this is what I did on my form. This is the 4810. Okay. Now, this is how I did mine. And don't hold on, let me take I gotta switch back over and take that off real quick so people can see. Okay. Now, this is what I did in mine. This is, you don't have to do this with yours, but this is what I did. In mine, I totaled up each series bond and I put it in these boxes. It fit perfectly. Okay. So, like, say, for instance, all my E series bonds, I put here. All the double E series bonds, I put them here. The I series bonds, I put here. The 30, here's the other I series bond. Now, the only difference between these two are the dates: 1998 and 5/1999. And I just, put them all on the same line. And then here's the savings note down here on the bottom. That's how I did that first box. And then over here, it's just social up here, your full complete name, and then your address. Now, here's the thing about the address. I mean, probably 9 out of 10 of you on this live probably don't remember or know what the address was the day you were born. Because I know when I was born, I didn't ask, hey, where am I at? What's my address? I need to let somebody up there know where I am. I don't know. But the house that I grew up in is the address I used. My parents still live in that house, but that's the address I used. And I put that address there. And so that address we've been using, and I'm 51, and we moved in that house when I was 4. So that's the address I used. All right. Now, I didn't answer any of the other questions because everything else was pretty much self-explanatory. Just check the boxes. But I didn't. And I do have the other form too. I wanted to show you that I populated it, and I went ahead, and because I did it this way right here, we did have the printout that you could use. The printout is what we showed you last week, but I didn't want to use that one because I was reading in the one of the forms, and it stated to put any additional information on the 3500 form. So I'm like, okay, you know what? They may ask for this 3500 form. So let me just go ahead and do this anyway. So I switched over. Let me find the 3500 form. And here it is. And this is the 3500 form. And all I did is just I itemized. Okay. It's an itemized sheet. And I was able to, break down each savings bonds that I did on that sheet. I just transferred it from that sheet to this one. That's all I did. And you put up here at the top the 1048. This is attached form from the 1048 form. You put it right here. Because if you were going to use the other form, the one that you're trying to cash in the bonds, you're going to put that form number up here. I can't remember what that, John. What's that number of that form? The other form, not the 1048, the original one, the one we were talking about. Let me move this over that way I can see. Well, I can't remember what that original, that other number 30. Hold up, I know what I can do. I think it was a 3068. Nope, that's not it there. There it is. Yeah, 3062. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3062. Appreciate it. My chat is lagging. 3062. Now, that's the original form. Now, that one may require a medallion, but check this out. One of the things we did we all behind the scenes, you go to Treasury Direct and open an account. It's a free account. Go back to that site and open up. Let me go back to it. All right, go back here and open an account. You click on there and open an account. It's a free account. Now, now one of the things it's going to do, you have to have an email address because it's going to send you your account number. Because remember, on the form, it asks for an account number. You can use your social, but it asks for an account number. It's going to send you your original account number. It's also going to send you a password. Now, it's that password, and each time you log in, it's only one time, I think. Only one time. It may be every time you log in, because I hadn't logged back into it yet. But each time I log in, they send you a one-time password. It is cap sensitive too. So make sure you type it in exactly how you get it, because it's going to be two separate emails. One of them is going to show you, hey, here is your password. And then the next email that's going to come a few minutes later is going to be a code to put in that you have to enter. All right. They're going to give you that code. And I said it's type sensitive. So it's cap sensitive. So it was like, a cap here, a lowercase cap, and it's going to be mixed up, but at the same time, you have to enter it exactly how they sent it, because it will lock you out. How do I know that? Yeah, it locked me out. I had to wait like 15 minutes on the first try, and then I realized what I did wrong, because I was entering the account number where that code went, and I was trying to figure out what I did wrong, and I had to go and take a break and do something else because my mind is gone, because I haven't been resting properly lately. And I came back with an open mind, and I'm like, oh, duh, that's what I did wrong. That's what I was doing wrong. All right. Looks like my light went out. Let me see if I can balance it out a little bit more. Yeah. I don't know why I'm always having trouble with that light over there. Anyway, it's a 3-point light system. If you know about movies and all that other stuff, you have 3-point lighting system. Anyway, let me go to the next. I think I had another form. Let me see. Let me make sure, because no, that was pretty much it on the form. Let me click on this one and see. Okay, just want to show this again. That's why I have it in my folder. All right, let's go over this one more time, because this was posted in the last my last show, and it breaks down the years, month. This is one that Brianna that painstakingly did, and which like I said, I appreciated. And you know what? Yeah, the people who donated to my Cash App, yeah, that's gonna go. I'm gonna get her a nice baby shower gift. I know she's probably listening, so yes, I'm telling you, I'm getting you a gift. So that's what I'm using. Anybody that donate to that Cash App is definitely going to her for the little one. Her and Mr. Massengale. I can't think his name right now. Okay, and see, look, she broke down each that each bond is issued and when they matured. On this date right here is when it finally matured. And it's a 40-year and these are 30-year bond. Now, if there was like a 20-year period, if I'm correct, that no bonds were issued, then they started it back up again. That's why it's only 75 million. Because you have to think about it. Some of the people that are no longer here, which I think you might be able to file a claim on that. And that's the one thing I want to do research on, because if you have a loved one to pass or something like that, and you have the death certificate, I wonder if you can go ahead and file and get that get theirs as well, which I think you may be able to reading in that in the forms that we put. If you read in those forms, it states that you can actually file and get it. So that's a good thing. Anyway, if you were born in May 1941 or later, you're eligible for all E-Series denominations. So that's us. We're eligible for all of that. But anybody born prior to 1941, no, they're not. So if you have parents that's older than 1941, they don't qualify for all of them. But you can check and see what they qualify for, because see, the 1941 is pretty much when they started this illegal stuff. Now, as far as this one, I want to say leave it in there, but take it out. But one thing, me and John, Chris and Brianna Massengale. Okay, I need to drill that into my head. Yes, appreciate that, John. I appreciate that. But I want to go. Here's another question, but I want to go back to Minnie's question as well. What about the section in 1048 that asked about the detailed loss or authority section? No, we don't say that it was lost, or we say it was lost, and where it was, we put on there it was in the possession of the U.S. Treasury, unbeknownst to us. So you make it seem like it was it was just a simple accident of them not telling us that these things were not there, were not sent to us. All right. Yeah, and see, John, he says the same thing. That, yeah, I was going to say cash them all in too, because if what we think is that the reserve is no more, the Federal Reserve is no more. It was absorbed by the Treasury. So absorbed by the Treasury. I'm sorry. And so I think that it could actually you're hurting your cause. Just go ahead and cash it in, close the account. That's what I say. Cash App is $ money jar. It's kind of a play on money jar, but the initials are my initials, JAW. So but yeah, if I say just go ahead and cash it in, because you can be greedy and sit there and try to get it and stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, if this blessing is really true, if this blessing is true, then it's more money than probably what you got now. So don't play greedy, and just go ahead and cash in everything. I'm trying to find my form. Hold on just a sec. Oh, I know where it is. I put it on my thumb drive. And I can tell you exactly what we said. Okay, we said who had the bonds last and why? U.S. Treasury, but the bonds were never released to me. That's what we said. And then he said, where was the bonds last placed? The U.S. Treasury. When were the bonds last seen? Never in physical sight, though it was discovered through treasurydirect.gov, where the values and the bonds were displayed. That's what I typed in. Now I'll repeat it. Let me start the first one. When was the loss discovered? 4/14/2021. That's the day we did, because that's the day we found out about everything. Who had the bonds last and why? U.S. Treasury. But the bonds were never released to me. Where were the bonds last placed? The U.S. Treasury. When were the bonds last seen? Never in plain sight. Though it was discovered through treasurydirect.gov, where the values and the bonds were displayed. I think those are all, that box up top and those 4 questions we've gotten so many questions about, because everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. The HH bonds, we don't deal with those. I'm just looking through. I'm not going to show you mine because these are signed copies and notary and all that other stuff with my social security number all over it. So I'm not going to show that. But I'll read it one more time. G. Wentworth. Yeah, I'll read it one more time. Okay. The first question: when was the loss discovered? We chose April 14, 2021. Who had the bonds last and why? The U.S. Treasury had the bonds, but the bonds were never released to me. Where were the bonds last placed? The U.S. Treasury. When were the bonds last seen? Never in plain sight, though it was discovered through treasurydirect.gov, where the bonds and the values were displayed. That is what we put in there. All right. Hopefully y'all got that. If not, you just have to rewatch the show. It's real easy. This is at the hour and 30 minute mark, or you can just go to the end and back up a few, because we're right at the end. That's pretty much it. I had some other things I wanted to talk about, like the fact that you had over 60 police officers resign, step down. Officers, they don't want to do the job anymore. All right. It's getting to the point that it's too bad. Officers do not want to work anymore. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. They don't want to do the job anymore because of the fact that it's so much pressure on them to get it right. And when they're doing it right, they're still getting prosecuted against. They're doing everything they can to. But check this out. Even though that officer, that was a good, clean shooting, with the young lady. I can go back to that one if y'all want me to. I can show you that video one more time. But even though it was a good, clean shooting, that officer is going to be vilified because of that. He's going to be forced to retire because of the stress and the pressure of the media, because they are pushing him to go a certain direction. They want this thing to go a certain direction. And really, it doesn't need to be. That was a legitimate shooting in my eye. All right. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know if it's orchestrated. I don't know. All right. Because it's obvious that, we have some black actors just as much as you have white, Asian, Hispanic, all that. The deep state runs deep. Let me see if I can say that in a low voice. The deep state runs deep. But anyway, let's see if we can answer a few questions before we check out of here, because it's late already. And I promised myself I wasn't going to keep everyone on here no more than an hour and a half. Let's see, the thing about it is, yes, we definitely need police, but it's crazy on what these people are thinking. And right here it says, what did you put for the 30 question? What was it? Which question was that? I think it was self. We put self. Me, myself, I, parent, executor, whoever you are who's filling this out. Like, say, for instance, if you're a step parent and you're responsible for them, you're going to put it under, there. Or if if you have legal paperwork to show that, you may want to bring that with you. But like I said, just pump your brakes just a little bit. Just wait. Give us at least until next week. I mean, well, we said 2 weeks. Yes, we said, John from right. So, I mean, I'm not going to stop you guys if y'all want to mail it anyway. If you want to do it, go ahead. If you want to, I'm not telling you not to do it. We're just being the guinea pigs. We're trying it out to see how long it takes, because John's clock started today. All right, his started today. Mine is going to start Friday. So, I mailed it. Yeah, no, it may get there tomorrow. I'll check the tracking. Where did I put it? Yeah, I'll check the tracking number. I have it on the wall over there on my board, and I'm gonna check my tracking number as soon as we hang up, and see if mine is. I doubt if it made it because I put it on 2 days, so I'm not gonna. I'll try it tomorrow. But other than that, let's see if we can answer. If I can answer some questions, if John hadn't answered all of them. Okay. On NI, said notes. On the notes side, like NI or NE. Are you talking about, is it in the instructions part of page 6 or something? It could be with the NI or NE, could be cashed in on you already. I don't know. We have to, John, we're going to have to break that down and look that up a little bit. It could be you're not qualified for it. So it could be one of those that NI is not issued, NE is not eligible for payments. So NI is not issued, NE is not eligible. So that means that if you have an NI, that means it didn't issue anything on that Social Security number or that account number. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm not gonna say Social Security. I'm gonna say that account number. NE says you're not eligible for payments or anything like that. So now how they determine who's eligible for payments, I don't know. Now, if you have that on there, that would, it'll make you think that, did these people cash in or something like that on it, or something happened? So I don't know. That's one of those situations. It's kind of iffy, but that's what that means, though. Yeah, I put mine on there also. Yeah, and I guarantee you, he went home and did the same thing. He didn't do it at work, unless if it was a bank, or if they have an office. Yeah, but other than that, I guarantee you, he went home and clicked on it. Jay, good night, man. Appreciate you coming on. Well, I think you should put the name that was on your birth certificate. I think it'll probably make it easier to find and connect it to you. Because personally, now this is my opinion. I'm gonna turn this down. This is my opinion. All right. I think that this is like a key to a doorway. I'm sounding like I'm talking to the Twilight Zone or something, huh? Here's a key to a doorway. Now, anyway, This is a key to the doorway of Nasara Jasara. They have to verify who you are. They want to look at you and say, okay, this is a real person. This is a real human being. Let's match up this bond to that person because that bond legitimately belongs to that person. And I believe that's what this is. And I say that to say this. I really think that there's going to be more. Everything we looked on there, I think that there's a chance that there's going to be more money than what we say, what we're tallying up on that on those forums. Well, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Trust me, I don't. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting up here telling you, hey, this is what you need to do. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I'll go back over that just a sec. I'm just saying that I believe that, let me close this up because I had something set up ready to go. I'm just saying that there's going to be more money. There's a possibility that more money is going to be deposited into your account, as opposed to what we tallied up. And I think that's only because this is the precursor to the Jasera. And I believe that's how we're going to get it. All right. This is what you're talking about. All right. I have 2 I-series on here. Now, the reason why, because each one of them has a different date. Now, when you go through and you tally it, one of them's going to say 9/1988, and the other one's going to say 5/1999. That's why I separated them. And then that goes back to that 3500 form where I showed everything in there. And then, let me go back to that. I'll show you that in just a second. Come on there. Where are you? There it is. All right. Here it is right here. Let me zoom in. Now, you see right here how it has May 1999, and this is for, I believe it was the 10,000. Yeah, that's the $10,000 one, the $10,000 denomination. And then the next one down is the 5,000, and it's 1998. You see the difference? And what I did was, when I tallied them up on that form, I tallied them up under, because with it having 2 different dates, that means it's 2 different bonds. So I just tallied them all the ones from 1998, which was all of these, and then it's a few down here as well. Right here, these. I just put all those together, and I put this one together, this one right here, and then I put it with this one right here, because they matured on the same date. They were originated on the same date, and they matured on the same date. So I just put both of them together. Therefore, that's why I have the 2 I-series on there. Did that answer your question? Yeah, I hope that answered your question, though. All right, folks. Let me go ahead and ready to shut this thing down. Remember, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends if you want, and have them to do. Oh, you know what? I forgot to talk about something. This is my shirt. I want y'all to check out my line. All right, can y'all see it? This is one of my shirts. I'm looking for. I'm more of a polo style person, because I work out in t-shirts, but I'm more of a polo style. I like polo style shirts, right? And I think it seemed like it'd be professional. But this is one of the ones that just came in today. All right, let me show y'all my my line real quick. Let me shut some of this stuff down here. That way I can get back to it. I think I closed it, did I? Here it is. I'm trying to find my store real quick. Post it in the chat. And here's some things that I have in there. I was in there trying to straighten it out. Like one of my logos, like this one here, look like it's slightly off, so I'm gonna have to go in there and straighten it out a little bit. But other than that, these are just some things I put together. Like I want to go in and I want to make these logos bigger right here. I don't like these, so I'm going to make these bigger. You see the size of this one right here compared to that one. And I could have sworn I made it big, but it didn't. But I wanted these small because I wanted it in the top right. And they actually have one with pockets, but there's something else you have to do to get the shirts with the pockets, and it's much more expensive. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to get that expensive. So these right here, and like I said, I like these for the ladies. Here's some different colors. I was actually earlier today adding more colors to it. Usually, you can click on them and you'll see how the logos go. And they actually have them in different colors as well. I like that color right there. Actually, my bike is this color. Anyway, yeah, this is it. I posted the link in the chat. Post it again. And I'm definitely gonna post my Cash App in there for a gift, because we're gonna I want to see if I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do, but John knows what I'm doing. All right. But that's it. That's my that's my store. I'm still working on it. I want to add some more stuff, and because some of the colors was off and the logo was wrong and some of the stuff. That's the reason why I hadn't put it out, because I actually had the store done for about a good week and a half. But I'm just anal like that. It has to be right, and I go back in, and I wanted to order a shirt just to have wear my stuff on the show. That way I can rep myself instead of repping everybody else. So, and I'm not a fan of the super chats and stuff like that, because Mr. YT, they get 40% of your super chat. So for every dollar they get 42 cents. And that's for no work. But here's the crazy thing about it: you do get paid eventually. I don't have enough numbers to get paid, so I'm not getting paid anything. I'm just on here. Y'all just looking at this ugly mug, and I ain't making nothing. So anyway, found this hat for $5 on my way back from Louisiana, and loved it. Protected by the Second Amendment. I'm crushing it though with my headphones though. All right. But anyway, that was my store. I posted the Cash App in there. I lost my YouTube page, so I can't really see what's going on, because the YouTube is one of them is lagging. I don't know which one lags. It's the YouTube or it's the other one. Let me see. Here it is. All right. And yeah, feel free, if you follow me on Instagram, feel free to ask questions, and YouTube. John also painstakingly goes through YouTube and answers as many questions as he can. And we're like I said, we're the guinea pigs. So everything we're doing, we're going to let you know what we did. Bless someone, just like the other quote that came up. Each one teach one. The same thing here. Each one bless one as well. Okay. When we teach you this, do not charge. Don't. I mean, I'm talking to grown people, and then people are probably going to charge for it anyway. Because at first I started to, but then I told, just like I told Chris and Brianna, that I said, you know what, let's just pray on it and see how it goes. But that was my determination, because my heart just wouldn't allow me to charge anybody for anything. And what was her name? Oh my God, what is her name? I spoke on the phone with this lady in North Carolina. I want to give you her name. Let me see if I can find it on my IG page. She called me back, and she said she has to go through. She has brain surgery coming up. So I'm trying to look for her name. Let me look for her name. I know it when I see it. I didn't even see if she was. Is she on here? No, I didn't see her in the chat. So let me look and see. I want everyone to pray for her once I find her name. I have so many I have to go through, because I'm up answering questions all throughout the night. It may take a while for me to get to your question, so please bear with me. But as soon as I find her name, I'll post it in Instagram, and you guys pray for her. She had a doctor's appointment today. She was late calling back, but she called and said, yeah, she's going to be going in through some type of surgery. I'm not sure if it's major or minor, but any surgery is major to me. And if you can, I'm looking for her name. Please forgive me for not having it or readily available. I am looking for her name. Okay, well, I can't find her name. I mean, I'm looking at her. Anyway, she's supposed to be going through some type of surgery or something like that. So, if I'm able to come across her name, I'm gonna post it on IG, and I'm gonna ask y'all to pray for her. Just say a few words. Just say, pray for the young lady that Joe mentioned tonight on the show. Just say it like that. And God knows he knows your heart. He knows your soul. So, she's like us. She's a fellow bonder. I'm gonna say a bonder, because we all going through these bonds, and she's a black pillar too. All right. So everyone there, just make sure you say a little prayer for her, and that everything goes fine. And like I said, any surgery is major surgery. So, but other than that, let me take y'all into the store one more time. I'm gonna post it into the chat one more time. If the moderators actually caught hold of it, copy it and the Cash App, if you don't, or if y'all guys caught the Cash App again, put it on there. And this is what I'm waiting on now to come in the mail. This, and I think I have one of these. I think it's one of these that I actually ordered that's coming in later. But I'm going through, and I have to go through and change them out. I kind of like this one too. I don't like the big one, but I'm looking for a polo style shirt. Right? They don't have polo style shirts here, but I seen another company that does, but they, the company that I'm looking at don't have stuff like like this, and like this shirt right here for the ladies. It comes in many different colors. and I changed it. See, like this one. See, I'm gonna have to take this one out because it's white lettering. So I'm gonna have to go in and make a correction on that. That's the reason why I didn't want to show everybody, because I wanted to make sure that I have the right, everything right and up and running. But I'm glad I saw that. All right, because I don't want to print that and have the white lettering. It should be red lettering on that white shirt. So these are the other colors, but yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'll straighten that out. Yeah, we actually control that. So, but other than that, it's some nice stuff in here, and I really like the tights for the ladies. If y'all knew my ex, she'll tell you I bought pretty much 90% of her clothes. I got a little bit of fashion sense about me, and she'll tell you that. And yeah, I do a little something myself too. So, I love fashion, which is one of the things I wouldn't mind getting into. My mind is all over the place. I'm all over the place, writing screenplays, writing. I'm probably going to do a book eventually. Policing, military. I mean, my life is I've been blessed. I have. And I have a story to tell. So I have some gruesome stories that, like I said, I'll share it with y'all later on down the line with some of the other stuff. But I shared a couple of stories with you today, and that's pretty much it. So other than that, people, I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down, call it a night. And thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for listening in. We're going to tune in again. Me and John, we're going to come in and say at the same time on a different day. Probably, I think, John, I think you said Thursday or Friday. I think it was that you said you wanted to do it. And well, let's put it this way: if we find anything out, I'm gonna put an alert out and we'll do a live that day. All right, we'll do a live that day, regardless if it's good or bad. We're gonna have a show. All right, good or bad. But like, subscribe, share, do all of that. I think that's it. All right, people. Thank y'all for watching, and until the next show, Black Pill out. Peace. You know what? Let me play that one more time because it didn't even have the sound on there. Hold on. There it is. All right, one more time.